Hi, good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Can't believe it's Wednesday already. I have not been on for a few days. I've not been doing my updates. I've been busy putting together a new program, a new Eazzy Slim program. I'll tell you a little bit about why. So put together a program called the Eazzy Slim Hypno-No-Jab, which is an alternative to the jabs, because I was a bit concerned that people were just gonna take a jab and maybe not look or use the power of their minds. And now what I'm seeing is loads of people are coming off the jabs and they're going straight, they're getting the food noise back and things are happening straight away. Whereas I really believe that if you can alter your mindset, it'll help you to reduce body shape and size and be ongoing. So I started to take my own medicine. I was 130 kilos. I've got no idea what I am today, because as part of the programme I'm not weighing myself because my focus is on health and movement and eating and fueling my body and actually just really taking care of my mind. But I did the 6-week programme, and as a result of the 6-week programme I lost 8 kilograms, which is 1.22 stone. And so 8 kilograms down, just over a stone down from just doing the Eazzy Slim no jab. But during the time that I was using the programme, I realised that there's something extra needed for people like me who have experienced body violation have had body violation experiences. So for me, I had quite a rebellious teenage life, and I was out and about doing all sorts of things that I maybe shouldn't have been, and I was hanging about in places by myself. I was quite vulnerable, and that sadly made me a target for sexual inappropriate behaviour, and some fairly heavy things happened to me through my teenage years and my early adulthood. I don't need to go into that, but we'll stick with body violation. And as a result of that, some of the issue that I have with weight gain and keeping that weight on is because that weight has been keeping people away. It certainly kept away relationships and partners and serious relationships, romantic relationships. It's kept me from going places and doing things. It has, it's really it's a layer of protection that I wrapped around myself to keep me safe. So I'm just putting the finishing touches to my brand new 7-week programme, which I have called Trauma Informed. It's a trauma informed programme. It's Eazzy Slim still, but it's the Trauma Informed Emotional Balance programme, because it aims to rebalance your mind and body and actually deal with some of the weight that you've been carrying as a result of the experiences that you've had in your past. So in the first week, it's a 7-week programme, and in the first week you listen to an audio at bedtime, and thank you for all the lovely likes, I really appreciate it. You listen to an audio at bedtime, and it is specifically for people who have experienced boundary and body violations. So this is any kind of emotional abuse, any kind of experience that you've had that is causing you to comfort eat. Now the painful element of comfort eating, and I'm just going to share from my own experience, is that in the moment when you're eating the Mars bars and the Maltesers and you're having all of the yummy things that you're eating that are giving you all that comfort, all them highly stimulating foods, when you're having a little bit of a binge or you're going for the sweet things, it's great in the moment, innit? But then afterwards you're left with the shame and the self-blame, and beneath the surface is, you know, all of the pain of the actions, the behaviour that you've just kind of done. I've just eaten all this food and I feel sick and I feel really fed up with myself, really not feeling very good at all. But beneath that comfort eating, beneath that maintaining this body weight issue, beneath that is a subconscious fear of potentially being violated again, because your body hasn't let go, it hasn't processed the experience that led you to comfort eat in the first place. So it's called the safe weight, if you like, and this safe weight phenomenon is about how this excess weight really becomes a suit of armour for us. It provides an unconscious, like a subconscious sense of protection. It makes us feel less vulnerable, less visible quite often. It can be a way that the body is expressing internalised blame, shame, and I think once we understand those patterns, that helps. But then if we can then deal with that and work on that, then that's going to help us on that weight reduction, weight loss journey. So that's week 1. When we get to week 2, we start to deal with the counterintuitive impact of weight loss. So this, like when I've been researching this, it's blown my mind, because I have for years have done really good on weight management programs, shakes and stuff. I've gone down, but then as soon as I get off the program, I go straight back up again. And I do believe that part of that is to do with the restriction. You restrict and restrict and restrict, and then all of the stuff that is not actually very good for you, the toxic stuff, you kind of really want it because there's a part of you that's really rebellious, and I am quite rebellious, so I thought it was really like my rebellious side kicking in, and it was like, ooh, I'm gonna have some chocolate because I'm naughty and I'm bad. But actually what I've realised is that there's a counterintuitive impact of weight loss. So as soon as you start to reduce your body shape and size, as soon as you start to get fitter and healthier, as soon as you start to kind of approach that safe weight barrier, if you like, that boundary that our subconscious puts in place, we start to get a little bit slimmer, a little bit healthier, a bit more energy. That's when the past trauma starts to surface. That's when your mind and your body start to react. You might start to feel more vulnerable. You might notice your anxiety levels come up. You may even, if it's quite, you might even have like PTSD symptoms. Your nervous system starts to, and of course, what do you do? Because you don't know how to manage these emotions, you comfort eat. You stop what you're doing, you stop exercising, you stop moving, and you just go back to where you were before. So what we need to do is we need to heal all of that stuff. We need to deal with the trauma at that level, so that without having to revisit the experience of the trauma as well. We don't want to re-traumatize ourselves, but we want to redefine what feeling safe is, and we want to really help ourselves to feel safe and well in our bodies as they are, and as they are changing and becoming more healthier. So week 2 is about dealing with this feeling of safety, this feeling of this uncomfortable feeling that we have with becoming healthier, this rebellion for me, that's what we deal with in week 2. So week 2 is all about dealing with that pain. In week 3, we really get to the root of emotional eating. We deal with feeling safe, we deal with self-compassion, self-care, self-love. It's not about willpower, it's about feeling really safe in our body. It's about trusting our own body when we've been violated mentally, physically, emotionally, when there's been body violation, boundary violations. We sometimes disconnect from our physical body because being in our body is not nice. When you disconnect from your body, you stop listening to your body, you stop honouring your body, you stop honouring your needs. And I'm talking about basic needs like I need a wee, so I'm going to go to the loo now, or I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat food that's really helpful for me now, or I'm anxious, so I'm going to take some breaths and be calm and have a nice cup of tea, or I'm going to eat cake. So it's about finding ways to really tune in to what our body needs, honour what our body needs. It's about bringing about that safety. So it's emotional healing from eating, healing the drives to comfort eat, and it's about feeling more compassion towards ourselves. In week four, it's all about being seen. So I don't like photographs from here down. I kind of like, I'm all right from here up, but I don't really want from here down. When we start to be visible, when we start to be seen, we can feel really shaky and really quickly and really uncomfortable. And I think for a lot of us who've been big, overweight for a while, we've kind of got used to sort of hiding in the background and feeling a little bit like the safety not being seen. So it's all about, instead of stepping back from the things that work for us, like exercise routines, hanging out with people, going for walks, doing stuff together, it's about stepping into those things. It's recognizing the urge that we sometimes have to isolate ourselves socially. It's about reaching for those oversized clothes because we're hiding our weight loss a little bit. It's about if we are having those little moments of self-destructive snacking because of the discomfort or because there's a little bit of self-sabotage going on there. So we want to recognise any kind of patterns that are in place that are causing us to withdraw from the things that are helping us to lose weight, and change our body shape and size, gain more health, become more vibrant in life. We want to recognise what those patterns are, and then with compassion and love, not shame or telling ourselves off, we want to interrupt those patterns, and bring about clarity and self-compassion and kindness. We want to recognise where there is fear and vulnerability. That's probably really rooted in past experiences, old survival strategies, old coping mechanisms, and then we want to bring about new ways, and I will give you some really practical tools so that you can feel safe in your body, so you can feel good in your body that is evolving and changing, so that as you go on that weight loss journey, you're feeling good and those changes become sustainable because you've done the mindset work. So that's week 4. Week 5 is all about reclaiming your body confidence. It is we're going to add in a little bit of dealing with chronic stress. We're going to add in a little bit of helping restore a sense of inner balance, and more about body trust again. There's a lot of body trust stuff here, because when we've been through stuff, we do disconnect and we stop trusting our body. Big sign of like PTSD and people who've experienced trauma is body distrust, and any kind of horrible events that we've been through, we want to rewrite them, not in a way that doesn't honour the fact that we've been through those horrible things, but so that we can go, wow, I'm an amazing person, I have totally survived that, how strong, courageous, brilliant am I? So that we feel really proud of the work that we've done. We recognise our achievements, and we feel, confident in our own skin. So week 5 is about reclaiming body confidence, feeling safe, and of course all the way through this there's lots of hypnotic suggestions about healthy choices, about movement, about hydration. And then in week 6 it's all about how we can continue that. So we're going to deal with sleep, we're going to deal with body image, we're going to deal with mental health and well-being, and what I call the invisible weight. So when we're not sleeping well, when we're tired all the time, when we've got fatigue, we want to be invisible. Those are huge challenges. So the invisible weight that often survivors of body violations carry, they may not be the sorts of things that you would normally think had anything to do with weight management. But sleep disruption is really, really a big problem for people who are overweight. So we're going to work on having a good night's sleep. We're going to work on balancing the hormones, that you've not got elevated hormones like cortisol that are going to disrupt your hunger, regulating hormones. We're going to work on exploring body image disturbances as well, how you see yourself, how you care for yourself, how you have satisfaction or dissatisfaction with yourself, that self-objectification, and we're also going to deal with self-worth within that, because how we value ourselves is also so much easier to take care of yourself, to fuel your body, to nourish yourself if you really value yourself. And then we're going to look at the co-occurring mental health conditions that come with this kind of trauma. So meaningful steps towards understanding yourself, compassion, awareness, help you with your sleep, help you with your body image, help you with other things that go along with it, like stress, anxiety, depression, PTSD, and how all of those things have a huge impact on your whole life, and how much energy you've got, and what food you choose, and whether you choose to go for a walk or to the gym, or if you choose to flop out on the couch and watch Netflix and eat chocolate. So that's what we're going to do in week 6. In week 7, it is the week that I call the mind gym, and it's about really connecting you to a desire to move, because movement really is medicine, and there's this gentle exercise. It's about movement that is going to reconnect you to yourself, connect you to nature, gentle movement and stretches that are going to really inspire you and motivate you from the inside out. Change happens from the inside out. So it's a 7-week program, and it's to help heal anybody who's having weight management issues, because they have been through some stuff, because they have had trauma, because they've had body violation, because that weight protects us, and we need to do a little bit of deeper work. So the Hypno-No-Jab has been an absolute success, but it has highlighted for me the need to deal with the emotional regulation side of things, the emotional balance side of things. So I'm just putting my finishing touches to my 7-week Eazzy Slim trauma-informed emotional balance series. You listen to a hypnotic audio at bedtime, it does the deep work. You listen to a hypnotic audio in the morning. There's a choice of 3. There's an energizing one, start your day feel energized. There's a relaxation one, start your day slowly, feel more relaxed. And then what I've done is, for this one, is I've done a reset one. So say you get to 2 o'clock on an afternoon and you've had a really stressful day and you've hit the cake hard. And you're feeling all terrible about it, you can pause, you can take a break from that, and you can reset. Listen to the reset audio. This is about self-compassion and kindness. And yeah, it's out. If you would like to know more, send me a message, do a little hello, send me a little DM, follow me, and I'll link you up. It's going to be 70 quid, by the way. It's £10 a week, so it's £70. It's really affordable, really accessible, really important for me to share this with you. A little bit of a sensitive topic for a lot of people, but it's something that's really relevant for me. And 1 in 3 women, I know for a fact, and we don't always talk about men as well, but men as well have experienced some kind of body violation. And body violation and mental violation can be the form of bullying. Being bullied at school, being bullied at work, having had any kind of body violation can be the reason why you are struggling with weight. It might be the reason why your body is holding on to that armour, that protection. So this programme deals with that. I would love to answer any of your questions. Please send them my way. Happy to talk more about this. I'll probably come on and talk more about this again. That's all I'm going to say for now. But yeah, just send me a message if you'd like the link so you can read more about it and sign up for it. You get all 7 weeks at once. You just pay and go. You enroll on it. It's like a course, and you can see week 1, week 2, week 3. Everything's available to listen live off the platform. You can also download everything once you've bought it. It's yours forever. Do the 7 weeks, go back to week 1, do the 7 weeks, go back to week 1. And I'm always here. There's a WhatsApp group for anybody who's in the community, the Eazzy Slim community. If you want to reach out and just speak to me about something, I am here as well. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I'm going to go finish this audio and get this live. Speak to you soon.